The first temple that you'll have to discover in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is none other than the Wind Temple, and you'll find a familiar face from Breath of the Wild to help you out on your adventure to discover why the Rito village is frozen over. Let's show you exactly what you need to do in order to beat it. Welcome back everyone, it's Abdallah here with another awesome tips and tricks tutorial video for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Today's video is all about the Wind Temple. Not only are we going to show you all the puzzles within and how to do them, but we're going to show you the entire lead up over there on how to get to the temple, and we'll show you how to beat the boss of the temple too. It's a jam-packed episode, so feel free to use the chapters in order to navigate the video accordingly. And of course, if you enjoy the video and it helped out, I would honestly appreciate it if you would share this video with another Zelda fan that may or may not be needing some help. That's so great. And while you're at it, subscribe for even more tips and tricks tutorials. Let's jump on into it, shall we? Make your way to Rito Village, found in the northwest area of the map, and climb up the stairway to the very top to meet up with Tulin and Tiba. They'll tell you that a blizzard is causing issues to Rito Village and it's frozen over. He'll tell you to meet Hearth inside a hut nearby two bonfires. Hearth will tell you that Tulin has special abilities that will help out with the blizzard and ask you to go find him in the Hebra South Summit Cave to the northeast. Explore your way through the cave and climb all the way up to the summit to find Tulin at the top. He'll then show you his ability to blow strong gusts of wind straight forward, which will help you glide farther than normal. A flying enemy took his bow, so shoot it down with an arrow fused with a Keese eyeball if you need help with accuracy. Hearth will fly down to meet you and tell you that the blizzard is a source of the problem, and now that you have Tulin's power of wind, you'll be able to solve the issue. Continue climbing all the way up to the top of the mountain and use wind-boosted glides and ascend to reach the top of the floating sky islands. If you need a vertical boost of height, make a campfire with wood and flint, and then toss a Hylian pine cone on the flames to create an updraft that will help you reach farther away platforms. There will be a mini-boss called a Flux Construct that you'll have to battle, so simply watch for his glowing cube and attack accordingly. You can use Ultra Hand to grab it if you're able to. There are going to be some different trampoline surfaces in which you could jump on for an additional height boost. You'll also see some rock blockades, so fuse a bomb flower to your arrow and blow it up in order to proceed. Continue gliding through the Sky Islands until you make it to a supply cache. Use Ultra Hand to attach a platform to the flame emitter and a hot air balloon to rise up into the air. At this point, the weather will be too cold for just your level 1 cold resistance, so you'll need to equip another piece of gear or make a recipe that provides even more cold resistance. After bouncing and gliding even further, you'll find the Kahatanelm Shrine, which will allow you to fast travel to this spot anytime. Use wind-boosted glides to bounce your way up to the top of various floating ships, all the way to the very top, where you can glide your way into the depths of the blizzard, landing in the Wind Temple. The first thing you want to do as soon as you land into the Wind Temple is to activate the green glowing hand pad nearby right where you landed. A mysterious voice will tell you to locate 5 turbines and activate them to open up 5 locks of the temple. The first of the 5 wind turbines is found in a room straight ahead that requires an icicle to be glued to the lever in order to open up the gate. Use Tulin's Gust on the turbine to activate it and get ready to find the other 4. Use the updraft in the beginning of the temple to fly all the way up to the northern tower. Use Ultra Hand to open those huge doors and dive straight inside, while avoiding lasers on the way down. You'll find a room on the very bottom with the second turbine, so use Tulin's Gust to take it on like before. Make your way to the underside of the giant ship by jumping off the edge and landing on a smaller ship's trampoline in order to glide directly underneath. Destroy the construct and use Tulin's Gust on the turbine and set up for the remaining 2. Jump off the western side of the ship and glide into a side entrance. Use Ascend to make it to the top level of the area and run towards a shaft in the ceiling and a blocked door. Grab a circular piece of stone and attach it to the bottom of the shaft to make a crank. You'll notice that the crank will rotate the shaft and the bars blocking to the pathway will open after a few rotations. Use Recall to rewind the crankshaft to a point where the door is open and proceed through in order to activate the 4th turbine. Jump off the eastern side of the ship and glide into a side entrance with some icicles blocking the way. Turn towards your left and use recall to reverse the rotation of the wheel to allow you to the other side. Shoot down an icicle with an arrow and use Ultra Hand to glue that in between the rotating cogs and the stationary ones in order to get the whole contraption moving. Once the door opens up, use Tulin's Gust ability to activate the final turbine. Use Ascend to head towards the beginning of the temple and activate the green glowing hand pad to open the middle of the ship and start a battle against Colgera, the Scourge of the Wind Temple. Colgera's first phase involves gliding up really high and attempting to shoot an arrow at the icy undersides of the flying monster. You'll receive a stamina refill as soon as you hit the original vertical gust of wind, so don't worry too much about falling to your doom. If you notice Colgera attacking from below, proceed to fly away from it with a gust from Tulin. Breaking the ice takes 3 arrows or 1 singular fire arrow, so fuse a fire fruit to an arrow to break the ice, then proceed to fire another arrow at the purple weak spot within. After breaking all 3 weak spots, you'll notice that Colgera will start throwing cyclones at you, along with launching icy rocks your way, so you'll need to do the exact same thing as before, all while dodging every projectile. Once you break all 3 of his weak points for the second time, you'll then see it explode into bits and you'll be rewarded with a heart container. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the Wind Temple. What did you think about dipping your pinky toe into the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom temples? Oh man, Tulin is by far the most helpful of all of the sages, man. Anyway, there's a lot happening, so we're gonna go through the next temple available, and if you guys are curious of any other tips and tricks on how to beat the Fire Temple, the Lightning Temple, the Water Temple, and everything else, I've got you covered. Definitely take a look at the tips and tricks playlist. I'm working around the clock in order to get this to you. So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all of your support. Again, if this video helped you out, be sure to smash the like button, share the video with a Zelda fan, and of course subscribe for the latest and greatest Zelda Tears of the Kingdom tips and tricks tutorials. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.